Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Beauty Brief, your go-to podcast for all things makeup and beauty. I'm your host, MaddiePeed, and let's get into it. Up first, we have latest beauty launches smash or pass, where we go through all of the new makeup launches which have been announced or teased or leaked for that matter, and I will tell you whether I think that they are worth a smash or a pass. Starting out first, we have a new makeup brand. I mean, are we surprised? No, this is becoming a trend. So Miu Miu is launching their beauty brand. Yeah, I'm like, okay. Which I mean is going to be really, really cute. We already know that the packaging is going to be top tier, but in reality, are we really in need of more beauty brands? No. And are we really, really in need of more luxury beauty brands? Especially no. Cost of living who? Economic crisis who? We don't know her. Miu Miu Beauty is on the scene. So obviously they have their fragrance. I did smell this in store. I don't totally remember what it smelled like. Clearly it didn't wow me if I don't even remember it. But it's cute. As for Miu Miu Beauty, I don't really know what it's going to be like other than the packaging is going to be cute. Am I excited to see what they have? Sure. Am I rushing to buy it? No. I'm curious what you guys think, but it's a pass. Okay, moving on to a new face palette from YSL. Now, when I first looked at this, I was like, ooh, And then upon further inspection, I was like, no. So this is the Golden Oasis Couture face palette, which creates makeup with a sun-kissed glow, includes 3 blushes, 3 highlighters inspired by the beauty of the desert, with velvety soft, delicately shimmering powder formulas that are buildable and with nourishing ingredients. Okay, so it is 3 blushes technically. I thought initially looking at this that it was 2 blushes and 1 bronzer, and I was looking at the shade of what I thought was a bronzer, and I was like, hell to the no. I mean, even regardless whether this is a blush or a bronzer, I'm looking at this and it is shimmery as hell. And as you know, I struggle with acne prone combination skin, so looking at this, I'm like, say a little prayer for you. It is really, really beautiful. I think it'll be really, really beautiful on people who literally have no acne scarring, no pores, nothing. Like the most beautiful Botox to the gods skin. But for me, that shimmer is just going to like sit in the pores, go on top of any like new breakout that I have and just be like, hello world. Maddie has a pimple. It's on display for all of you to see. Not a good time. So for me, it's a pass. Okay, I have a bit of a bone to pick. Why did no one tell me that the Milani lip oils are so good? I just tried them for the first time like last week or the week before that. Phenomenal. A solid 10 out of 10. Formula is beautiful. Pigment is beautiful. The taste of them or the smell of them, delightful. So when I saw that they're launching 4 new shades for the fall, I was like, you're coming home with me. Do we need more lip oils? No, we don't. I'm the first one to say that. However, these Milani lip oils, I will give them a pass because they're just so dang good. If you haven't tried the Milani lip oils, this is your sign. I saw the signs and it opened up my eyes and saw the sign. Okay, great. Really into the singing today. Anyways, the formula says to be non-sticky. I can attest that. It's not sticky. Soft shimmer finishes, scented with fall's juiciest flavors with fruit extracts and vitamin E to nourish. So there are 4 different shades which they are launching, and these are all limited edition. The first one is Hot Cocoa. It's a soft shimmer brown shade. That one I'm like, okay, great. Yeah. Candy Apple, it's a soft shimmer red color. You have Mulled Wine, which is a soft shimmer berry. I can't freaking wait for mulled wine. Mulled wine season is upon us. Side note, it's been so rainy this summer in Calgary where I live. Most summers, I don't want summer to end, but this summer I'm like, bring on fall. Like it already feels like fall because there's so much rain. Get me my Hot Cocoa mulled wine in a new TV series and I'm a happy camper. Then there's Pumpkin Spice, which is a soft shimmer nude shade. Now I think the shades all look really, really beautiful, but straight up, I'm not a pumpkin spice person and I'm not really a candy apple person. So I would be going straight for Hot Cocoa and mulled wine. It's beautiful. I love this formula. I'm so sad I hadn't tried it up until now, but now that I've tried it, I get to experience the goodness with all of you Milani lip oil lovers. Yay! So like I said, do we have so many lip oils on the market? Yeah, and they just keep launching new shades. However, this one's a really good one, so I'll give it a smash. Thank you. Okay, moving on to a new salted caramel collection from Fenty Beauty. The scent is the salted caramel. scent. It's an indulgent scent that blends notes of caramel, cookie dough, and vanilla. So after I bathe myself in the Fenty Beauty Salted Caramel collection, I'll put on my mulled wine Milani lip oil with my literal IRL glass of mulled wine. Get my little fuzzy blanket out. Oh my God, this sounds so amazing. I just need like a candle. Get me a candle in there. Okay, anyways, from my understanding, this salted caramel scent has already existed. Don't quote me on that. I really don't pay a lot of attention to Fenty Skin and the body collection, but I've heard really, really good things. But either way, the collection includes the Butter Dropped Whip Oil Body Cream, the Butter Drop Hydrating Body Milk, and the Plush Pudding Intensive Recovery Lip Mask. I've also heard really, really good things about her lip mask, but I have yet to try because, as we all know, we are bombarded with lip masks, lip treatments, lip peptide, lip whatever. There's only so many I can try, you know what I mean? But I have heard really, really good things. Either way, the salted caramel sounds delightful, like caramel, cookie dough, and vanilla. Yeah. So if you like the Fenty Skin body products, let me know in the comments. I just feel like going into the fall season is like when I indulge in body products the most. Some might say summer with like body oils and things like that, but like, I don't know, there's something about being sweaty and then being like oily on top of that. I'm like, it's not a good time. Like being hot and oily and covered in like body butter. No, I'm lathering myself up with body oils and body butters in the winter months, getting under a warm blanket and living my goddamn life, you know? Either way, am I rushing to buy this? No. I need to be persuaded a little bit more. So it's a pass for now. Okay, moving on to some new additions to the Pat McGrath skin fetish line. Now, I have a bit of a bone to pick with Miss Pat McGrath. Number one, the products are so expensive. Oh my God, they're so expensive. Like really, really good formulas. But whenever I go to purchase them, I'm like having an aneurysm. Like my bank account is literally just like, also like, how do I explain that to my boyfriend? Oh, you placed a Sephora order. What'd you get? This one Pat McGrath product. Sorry, what? Anyways, that's kind of like the minor bone to pick. The major bone I have to pick is that not a lot of the Pat McGrath beauty products are available on Sephora Canada, at least. I don't know what it's like in the US, but on the Canadian site, there's just not a lot of Pat McGrath products. Her whole glass skin mask and setting spray weren't on the Sephora Canada site. So I'm not gonna lie, it's been a bit of a bummer when she announces a new product and then I go to buy it and it's like not available. So I still haven't tried the glass skin mask or setting spray. So that's my major bone to pick with Pat McGrath. However, she is launching a new setting spray. This is the Sublime Perfection Long Wear Blurring Setting Spray. It is 16-hour dimensional blur finish for $38. Okay, you know what? My bank account doesn't cringe too much at that. But like Canadian dollars, it's gonna be like 50 something. But her foundation in Canadian dollars is $100. I'm like, paying $100 for a bottle foundation? Yeah. Anyways, the formula says drench your skin in lasting hydration while creating a soft focus finish, blurs imperfections. Okay. You're speaking my language. And boost your natural radiance. Heat and humidity resistant all day wear. Then the other product is the Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. Am I as intrigued about that? Not really. But this blurring setting spray situation is like calling my name. We know the formula is going to be great. If she says it's long wear, it's going to be long wear. I really want to try it, but I'm not going to get too attached to the idea because like I said, a lot of her products aren't available on the Sephora Canada website. So I'm not getting my hopes up. But I love this for her. It's still smash. I still love Pat McGrath, but like, girl, come on. I want to buy your products. Also, like, why are they so expensive? Okay, moving on to a product, which I'm going to be straight up off the bat. It's a pass. And it's one of those things where it's not you, it's me type of thing. It's not the product, it's me. I'm not this clientele. This is a new liquid highlighter from Glossier. If you know me, you know I'm not much of a highlighter user. The acne-prone combination skin. It's a recipe for disaster with a product like this. Anyways, the description says a skin-loving liquid highlighter for pearlescent radiance infused with complexion-inspired micro pearls. That sounds fancy. A buildable formula that delivers long-lasting radiance, non-sticky, non-tacky, and never streaky. Bold claims, Glossier. I love it. Okay, so there are 6 shades total. There's a good like array of shades. They're cute. Like I said, is this my type of product? No. The one thing that really caught my eye though was the applicator. It's like an old school lip gloss brush applicator. Looking at the picture, it looks like an actual brush. Anyway, so that was one thing about this product. I was like, it's an interesting applicator, especially now reading the description. They say never streaky. I'm like, a brush applicator like that might cause a little little bit of streakiness. But I don't know. Either way, it caught my eye. I was very confused. The packaging is cute. The shade range is good. But like I said, it's a pass. Okay, so a while back, Louis Vuitton announced that they are launching a makeup brand. Yeah. I know. So either way, the official date that they are launching is August 28th. So coming up very, very quickly. So obviously Pat McGrath is the creative director. So because of that, I am very, very intrigued to see what kind of products they have. I don't think I'll be rushing to buy anything right off the bat. I'm just very curious what people say with reviews and things like that. I'll let other people spend their money on this first before I really dive deep. The thing for me is the products that they're launching. I was like, I'm not really that bothered about. They're launching 55 lipsticks, which is like insane. They have 10 nourishing lip balms and then 8 eye palettes. Like maybe a palette, maybe, but like 55 lipsticks, crazy. But anyways, the fact that Pat McGrath is the creative director, it is exciting for that aspect. But like I said, I'm not rushing to buy things right off the bat. It's a pass for now. Okay, moving on to a product which seems very, very gimmicky. But I'll tell you what, it's good marketing. This is the Water Drench Whipped Cream Cleanser from Peter Thomas Roth. And it is literally in like a whipped cream packaging. Like you tilt it over and like dispense it out like you would whipped cream. So very interesting, very satisfying texture. And I just feel like that type of packaging, an element of a product, people are like, ooh, fancy. You know, it sells. It does. And I do really like the Water Drench line from Peter Thomas Roth, but I honestly don't use a ton of Peter Thomas Roth anymore. I have very, very sensitive skin, so I find their products can be quite intense. So it's a bit of a hit or miss for me sometimes. I would probably be okay with this one. However, like I said, with my acne-prone combination skin, I'm looking at something like this being like whipped cream cleanser. I don't know. Sounds like a breakout waiting to happen. Either way, the formula says a lightweight hydrating facial cleanser that transforms from a whipped cloud to a creamy lather, whisking away makeup, dirt, and impurities. Gentle on skin and strong on makeup, this hyaluronic acid infused formula cleanses without dryness or tightness. Apple extract, pro vitamin B5, and shea butter to provide nourishment, while sunflower seed oil and coconut acid dissolves makeup and intensely cleans. This product is suitable for sensitive and eczema-prone skin. Okay. So I'd probably get away with it like sensitivity wise, but acne wise, it's just not a product I would use. Shea butter can be quite like a hit or miss for me. It's quite heavy on the skin. The fact that it's in a cleanser probably isn't a big deal, but I usually can't use heavy moisturizers, which have shea butter in them, on my face that is. So I don't know, is this product for me? Not necessarily, but I can just see the girlies getting absolutely on board with this. Like I'm literally picturing the TikToks and Instagram reels of like, get ready with me for bed, and then like the foam comes out and then they're like massage. Like we can all just envision it. It's beautiful. It's lovely. It's aesthetic. But is it for me? No, it's a pass. Okay, guys, moving on to our next segment, we have Vanished Beauty Celebrity Brand Edition. So where did these celebrity makeup brands go and why? Starting out first with none other than Flower Beauty by Drew Barrymore. This one's kind of sad. And yes, Flower Beauty is around still, kind of. I think you can get them in stores at Superstore in Canada. They used to be available at Walmart in Canada, and then they moved over to Superstore. And now I don't even know if they're available there. I feel like I saw them go off the shelves. And I quite literally saw the products go off the shelves. Like I went in there one day and like all the foundations were separating, the lip gloss colors in the tube were all weird. Like it just looked like they'd been there for a while. Anyways, I'm actually kind of sad about this one because I did really like Flower Beauty when they first launched. So Flower Beauty first launched in 2013, and Drew Barrymore was kind of one of the first celebrities to really dive deep into a full-blown beauty line. It was super affordable. It was super cute. The packaging was white with this like rose gold element to it. It felt very luxurious. And at first it was exclusively sold at Walmart. The whole message behind the brand was very like self-love, positivity, you're already beautiful and makeup is just a bonus. It very much reminds me of like modern day Rare Beauty. Even the packaging is actually kind of similar. And the brand did have some really, really beautiful products. They had a really nice foundation. I really enjoyed their lipstick formula. But the thing about Flower Beauty is it never really went viral. It never really got hugely popular. makeup lovers kind of just like picked and choose from the brand what they liked. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, you need to try the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Liquid Blush. And then everybody was using that product and then kept diving deeper into the brand. It just felt like it never really gained the traction that it needed to. So yes, the brand is still around, but very rarely seen. There's no really like big launches. Nobody's talking about it. They're also not active on their Instagram anymore. So I'm very intrigued to know what is actually going on with the brand. Are they kind of just slowly letting things die down? I don't know. I'm very intrigued, but I would love to know your opinion on Flower Beauty. Did you use the brand? Did you like the products from the brand? Let me know what you think in the comments, because I did really like Flower Beauty, but I didn't use a ton of products. So I'm like, I'm also part of the problem. I had a few products here or there, but that's about it. Okay, moving on to Lauren Conrad Beauty, the influencer before influencing was a thing. Does anyone remember all of her books? She had Lauren Conrad Beauty. She had a style book. I definitely had the beauty one. But either way, she launched a beauty brand back in 2020, which was like such a random time for her to launch a brand. You'd think she would have done that like 10 to 15 years earlier, when she was like at her prime, when she was at her peak. But for Lauren Conrad to wait till 2020, I was like, what? Like even like 2012, 2013, she was still really, really big. That's when she had all of her books, right? So when I saw that she was coming out with a beauty brand in 2020, I was like, Lauren? So she only launched a few products with the brand: lip gloss, a blush, an eyeliner, a signature liquid liner. Makes a lot of sense for her. And the branding and the packaging was very like minimalist, clean girl packaging. I mean, kind of what we expected in 2020. That was like the big trend, was like minimalist packaging. As a beauty lover, I'm very glad that we're moving out of that trend, because I'm like, if I'm paying for the money, I want an experience, you know? I don't mind clean, sleek packaging, but there's a difference between like clean and sleek and like clean and cheap looking. And I'm not gonna lie, the Lauren Conrad beauty line, it gave clean and cheap. I'm just gonna keep it real. Either way, I don't even know what major retail this brand was sold at. Ulta, Target, no clue. All I remember about this brand was that they announced their launch, and then that was that. I literally never heard of them again. They ended up silently disappearing somewhere in like 2022. If you have any information on this brand or tried any of the products, please let me know your thoughts in the comments. It is greatly appreciated. Okay, moving on to Meaningful Beauty by Cindy Crawford. Now this was launched back in 2004, and they are still going strong for the most part. The fact that they're still around, I'm like, okay. Either way, this is going back to like infomercial era, like shopping channel era type of thing. Like if you were staying home sick from school one day, chances are you saw a Meaningful Beauty ad and commercial. Anyways, the whole skincare brand was based around this like melon property. You have some like rare French melon full of like antioxidants that are really good for anti-aging. It also wasn't in any stores. It was strictly a subscription-based skincare line. So hence like the heavy infomercials. And I feel like it did well. I mean, they had to have done well if they launched in 2004 and they're like still somewhat going strong. I feel like it's the moms, like it's the stay-at-home moms that they were catering towards, clearly with the daytime infomercials. And the thing about those daytime moms is they're in it for the long haul. Like they find a skincare product they like and they will be buying that for the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years. So fair play. I mean, it makes sense that they're still going, but to this day, they really have not gotten into like the mainstream beauty space. No Sephora, no online presence. Most people, I can guarantee you, have never even heard of this brand. But more recently, they've gotten into like hair care. They got it all. I feel like people have to be buying this brand. So yes, apparently they're still around, but to me, this brand is a complete ghost. Okay, guys, either way, that is it for today's episode. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to like, comment, share it with a friend, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future episodes. Also, be sure to let me know what latest beauty launches you're smashing or passing, and what vanished beauty brands you remember from the past and want me to mention in future episodes. I hope you have a great rest of your day wherever you are, and I will see you in next week's episode. Bye, guys.